got here is a 96 Polaris XLT 600, and I got a lower gasket leak, actually two. Don't know what the hell happened. Still runs, just a little low compression. So best way to do it is, I'm looking at, is pull the motor out. Already got started, pulled the exhaust off, pulled the belt off, got one carb off. Figured I'd take a video, try to YouTube it, didn't see nothing, so see what we can do here. Exhaust is just a couple of springs. Well, there's two on that, two here. There's one that goes down there. Just grab pliers, pull them off. It just pulls right off, no problem. Took the belt off, just grab the belt here, pull towards the sled. That'll open up, pop right off. As far as the carburetors, you can see I'm using tape, just so I know, what throttle, what choke cable, what vacuum line goes to which carb. Different colors for different carbs and shit. See, I already got one out. It's yellow. Got a yellow line here somewhere. That way when I go to put it back together, I just slap it all together. You can put tape here so you know which way they go. Spark plug wires also. Pull the spark plugs out. I undid this. I thought it was a head gasket till I got looking. Popped my little light down there. Seen we had. Oh. If I can even get this out. See all that grime and shit. That's where she popped on me. Of course, I let it sit for the last 5 months. That's what I gotta get to. You can see the bolts are upside down, and then here they're up in these little cracks. So I'm gonna pull the motor out, which I'm assuming is these bolts here. Not sure yet if the recoil's gotta come off. I'm not thinking it does. So the exhaust fucking manifold on there for now until I get it out. We'll see how she goes. So all you do, see a screw here, loosen this screw up, and that there, just twist right off. Already got it marked. Spin until you pull up on it. You just pull right out. I'm just gonna lay them up here. Sure not to ding them up. Springs get a little loaded. Just kind of set it, don't bump it. She'll start flying off everywhere, but as you see, I left the choke on her, just kind of leaving the carb hang by the choke. Well, not really hang, but it's set there. See that? Throttle comes out. No. You can take this box off if you want. There's a screw there. I think there should be 2 screws, but I only got 1. They're all stripped out, shitty, screwing into plastic. Should be 2 over here. Yeah, you can see it. Just that one. So that one screw right there. Pass the gas shut off. What's that? That should just slide right up. Don't forget to 2 screws for the computer. careful with that. Set that somewhere real nice. I'm gonna leave it on. Don't think it necessarily has to come off. All I did, tension, Phillips. Screw, loosen her up. I'll just get them damn near all the way loose. They're just in there when you go pull the carb out. Be sure not to ream on them. Rip these boots. I'm sure the boots are expensive, so be careful with those. So anyways, nice and loose. Good spot to put this. I'm gonna do gas line. Tape the gas line. Don't forget the gas line. It's this guy right here. A little red clip holding it on. Some tape on that. It's gonna be hard to screw them up. They're so short. They only go one place. I mean, you could screw them up, but be pretty hard. Pliers. Grab and wiggle. And all I do is push this in. Just pops right out. Anyways, get all the three carbs off, out of the way, and then we'll move on to the next step. Look on that one, it's the farthest one. It sits there real nice. You actually can't get this through the middle wire that, so you can see gas is leaking. Drip, drip, drip. Trying to hold the carb at an angle, but you're gonna have to take the choke off the middle one, probably the last one, because there's not a lot of room to get the shit out. So, pull the choke cable off. That's how you adjust it, sorry. Loosen the bottom one, big gold part that's right up against the carb. And that is a 12. Crack her loose, and she just spins and pulls out. Remember, I got it taped, know where it goes. Tape the bottom of the gas line. Know which carb to switch. Alright, once you get all your carbs out, all empty, unhook the chokes, set the fucking shit up on the bench. Made it a lot easier. So now I had pulled the valve cover off. I was checking the head gasket, obviously, so this made prying on this hose a little shittier. But either way, I just unscrew that, move that away. I grabbed the pliers, kind of put it around it, spun it back and forth, and I got a flathead and stuck it down in the sides, just like this, just to try and give it some room, get it moved. It's been sitting on there for 100 years. And just kind of push it down in the middle. Just keep prying up and down on it until you pull her out, and then I unhook it there too. Just get the hose out of the way. Easiest. So then next, take that coolant line off, a little breather line off. Should just be get her to wiggle. There's plenty of coolant in there, so I don't know what you guys do with it. We'll just let her pour out. Once you get the motor out, clean the bottom out real nice. I'm sure if you've had it for 20 years, you need to clean it anyways. Oh yeah. Big old spring in that fucker. The little spring. Best just leave the fucking spring in there. Tuck that fucker down there. Little clip. Same thing, a little wiggle, a little bit of coolant. So what you're going to want to do, make sure the gas is off, just pull that one line off, let the whole fuel pump go with, because I think all lines are going with the motor. So just this line here on top that runs from the on off. Anything, grab the pliers, give her a little wiggle, and she'll come right out. So, oh yeah. So we got the 4 bolts. One there. One there, one there, one down in there. It's the mounting bracket. I lost my other 14, so 9/16 works just fine. I'm sure you guys got more tools than I do. So there's the first one, the washer. Definitely do the side with the track first. It's gonna be the harder side. This side over here, fucking right out in the open. So you got one side off. Sure we do. Red wrench is fucking stuck on that side. I'm gonna put the wrench on the other side and do the other one now. So like I said, this is my first time doing this. There's a bolt down there. I was using a 14 millimeter 12 point. I've been having problems with 12 points. They seem a little looser than they really are. So 9/16 is what I used on this first one. 9/16 works on that one also. And I think at this point, let's see if I can get a shot of that fucker. I don't see the inner bolt spinning. So I think just take your 9/16, just slap it on there. Obviously I can't, but I can. And from what I'm looking at, it spins real nice, and the inside ain't spinning. So don't think you're gonna need to put a wrench underneath on these two anyways, unless mine's that frozen. It is just not on the other side also. So whatever you can get in here, small ratchets, go with 9/16. Remember, what's that one? 16. 16 12-point fits. The other one. But with this one, I noticed the bottom I thought spun. These fuckers are hard. Alright, 18 millimeter wrench on the bottom side. I dropped a big ass washer nut. 18 millimeter on the bottom, 16 millimeter on top. Easy peasy. Not really. It's tight space for your hand. If you get your manifold off, I'd try that, but you can see mine is fucking bright orange. I ain't touching those. Go to this other side of the world. It's the fourth one. This last one. Right there in front of the recoil. Let's see how that goes. Possibly turn the handlebars. Get you a little more room. Get all the tie rods out of the way of your hand, trying to get a wrench on the bottom of that. But I'd definitely spin it first with your ratchet. So on water pump side, I was actually able to get a 3/8 ratchet with an 18 millimeter socket, slide it straight underneath there. Not very good, but you can see, literally slide it straight in, drop it on there. 1/2 inch with a 16 millimeter on top. Fucking spin away. See how she does. I already cracked it loose. Just make sure it fit before I give you bad info. Way easier on this side. Just spin her loose with the fingers. Just like that. So I'm going to take everything. Washer, rubber, middle slide. Only thing on the bottom's the nut. Fucking drop. Rubber's still sitting there. So, come back and take that. Now there's another rubber in between the actual mount and the body with another washer. So when you pull her out, you'll probably want to, I don't know, grab those before you lose them. This side should just slide right out of that. There's only quarter, 3/8 inch bolt sticking out, so I'd assume she'll just rock forward, and that'll be that. Problem is your hood. Take your little wire off. I don't know if you want to take your windshield off so you don't drop it and break it. It's my 4th windshield. Cheap ass wires keep breaking, so I usually don't let it sit like that. I usually have a bungee cord, so I don't know if you want to grab a bungee it to your handlebars, or unhook her and lay her down real nice. So, what we need to do here, just pull the line that gives her oil. This line right here comes off the 3 throttle lines, runs down into here. I don't know if we get a good view. There's a little nut on it. Give her a little spin, 10, and just slide it off. And there's the oil line. The oil line's just got a clamp on it like every other clamp. Pinch her off with the pliers. Grab it with the pliers, give it a little twist, make sure it's loose, pull it off. Now, don't exactly know if oil's going to just keep running out of there because my oil's full. So if oil does, just find a bolt, shove it in the end of the hose, clean her up, stop the shit from leaking. Somewhere out of my way. Oh, and then here, this too. So all you do is fucking light. This here just pulls off. The zip tie. Get the wire zip tied to it. Just cut the zip tie. Remember when you put it back together, put that on there. Just spin it my way. This clamp is not my way. I don't know if it'll spin. Oh, yeah. She'll spin. Just be nice and easy. Don't want to fuck that hose up. Off. Obviously already spinning. Should just be nice and lubed up, huh? So much oil film's running out. Let me go find it. That fucker leaking everywhere. Alright, so I cracked the bottom one loose. 10mm. Best thing to do is, I'm assuming you thread it so it goes all the way down, and just pull up, move that fucker over. Bam, just like that. That was easy. So, just thread the bottom nut off, then just pull up on the cable and it slides right off the hole. 10mm on the bottom nut. Just give it a small little turn. You can turn it by your hand. That's 1 minute, dude. Put that little fucking bolt. Before I forget. What is this little fucking bracket here? So, from where I'm standing, spin the wire all the way towards you to the bottom. There's a little groove where my finger is where the wire slides out the side. Let's go right out. The ball comes right outside. There we go. Alright. Looks like, I'm assuming the wire run to something. Down into disconnect these two. There's no clip. There, big gray one. Disconnect that one. Anyways, bungee cord, handlebar, take the wire off, or set the hood down on the ground on a towel, maybe prop the windshield up. But other than that, I still got to disconnect these wires. I haven't done that. I just fucking hood started taking the motor forward, so see it's pretty dirty down in there. Everything looks pretty much apart. So let me take these wires apart, just bungee cord, wire, and we'll go from there. So now with the little black rubber ones, the rubber's just a sleeve. There's these little metal connectors that pop into each other. Everything's color coded, so, and I mean this triple black rubber piece, I mean it only goes back on one way, but as for this one, it goes back on one way also. So. But if your wires slip out of them or whatever, white with a red line goes white to red line, black to black, white to white, red to red, black with red line, and black with red line. They're all color coded. Be easy peasy. I'm gonna take off this clip here now. So with these, they're really hard to get off. I took the smallest flathead screwdriver, you know, your little main jet screwdriver for your carbs, and slid it in between the rubbers and kind of push down. Make sure you don't, you know, obviously pulling the rubbers too hard. Dry hands helps. Mine are full of oil. It's really rough. So the only other clip now to take off is a big plastic fucker right here, and looking at it, it looks like it just slides. There's no little tab on it anywhere, so it should just pop right off. So yeah, this one here just slides apart. So now I'll just take out this bolt here, because obviously you gotta bring the pull cord with the recoil. So I'm not pulling the recoil off. There's a bolt in there that needs something on the other end, and you can't get your hand in there. So put a vice grips here on the rope, so I don't want you to lose it. Make sure I had some slack. I'm just gonna cut that right at that knot on the handle, and then tie like a half-ass knot over here until I put it back in, and then re-knot the fucker real good. Once I'm all done, motor's back in. So I'll just cut it. If you have problems with the end of the rope, heat it up, slide it through. I just tied a knot on it now, just for it to hold. So I'm going to take that bolt out, and that can stay in. I mean, you only lose, what, 2 inches of rope, baby. Got one more. So just once you tilt the motor forward, you can see I already got them almost off the thing, but there's this black line, the connectors. So pop that right off the black line, that red one and that black one. Don't. Check it out. That was it. Except for this little wire sits around that bracket, kind of funny. So I had to spin it. Tuck this wire under the bracket, went right out the side, had somebody hold the clutch, rested on that side, walked around. There she is. Easy peasy, doesn't weigh much. 100 pounds most. I remember I said grab these bushings here that are in between the bracket and the other mount. I don't know where that one went. Of course, lucky it's still stuck here. Yep, that's it. Alright, motor's out. That's a 96 Polaris XLT 600. Engine removal. See, maybe check your oil line that you put the bolt in. You could wake up in the morning with a quart of oil in here. All in all, not too bad. I'd say 2 hours, maybe, first time pulling it out by yourself. Not too bad. Hope this helps. I also have four-wheelers. Of course, everything's Polaris. So I'll be making videos as I destroy and fix those things too.